I'm proud of our fight, the toughness that we showed, our ability to stay together. Our bench was really engaged in every timeout and in every huddle. We were all
stinks. We want to win this game, but I think this is great for our team. A little adversity. How are we going to respond? How are we going to come in here tomorrow morning and watch the film and learn and get on the court and get better? And like I said, that's why this league is so great. You have a couple days and then you get right back to it. You find a way to respond. We have a chance to go there and play them, actually. So it's even better, I guess. We can, get a little redemption if we go down there.
I'm proud of our fight. The toughness that we showed. Our ability to stay together. Our bench was really engaged in every timeout and in every huddle. We were all engaged. 6 records broken, 1 point short. That's the devastating reality Caitlin Clark faced after her performance against the Atlanta Dream. While the scoreboard showed a 91-90 loss, the record books were being completely rewritten. Dug themselves into an early hole here. Clark looking to get going. Oh, that's a deep 3. You're about to witness the emotional roller coaster of Clark's night against Atlanta. From referee controversies that had her boyfriend tweeting in frustration to the exact moment she shattered records that took other legends hundreds of games to achieve. One just blew Sabrina Ionescu out of the water. The most shocking part, one of these records took Courtney Vanderloot 394 games to reach while Clark did it in just 42. Comment fired up for the Fever down below to show your support despite the heartbreaking loss. Let's go. Yes, this stinks. We want to win this game. But, I think this is great for our team. A little adversity. How are we going to respond? How are we going to come in here tomorrow morning and watch the film and learn and get on the court and get better? And like I said, that's why this league is so great. You have a couple days and then you get right back to it. You find a way to respond. We have a chance to go there and play them actually. So, it's even better. I guess we can, get a little redemption if we go down there and play well. What if I told you that one of the greatest individual performances in WNBA history still wasn't enough to secure a win? That's exactly what happened when the Fever faced the Atlanta Dream in a nail-biter that ended in a devastating 91-90 loss. 1 point, that's all that separated Clark from adding a team victory to her record-breaking night. Honestly, I give my team a lot of credit, my teammates a lot of credit. We never gave up. We fought. We fought. We fought. We were right there. We found a way to get back in it. When things didn't seem very good for this group, at least we stayed together and we kept fighting. And that's a positive. Those final moments tell the story of what could have been. With just 9.7 seconds left on the clock and down by 1, Clark inbounded the ball to Natasha Howard. The play was actually designed for Aaliyah Boston, but Dream defenders cut off that option. Howard got a good look, but her shot was blocked by Nia Coffey. Howard grabbed her own rebound for a second chance, but the ball just wouldn't fall. They shot 32 free throws. It's a lot of free throws. Going to be difficult to win a lot of games when we foul people that much. And put them at the line that much. It's tough. They made 25 out of 32. We still went to the line 26 times, missed 10. So that's the game really right there. It obviously doesn't come down to that, but it's just a little thing. Free throws turned out to be the silent killer for the Fever. They shot a disappointing 16 for 26 from the line, missing 10 crucial free points in a game decided by just 1. Howard went 0 for 4 from the line in the fourth quarter alone. Boston also missed a key free throw down the stretch. In a 1-point game, those misses loom large. The Fever showed incredible heart, though, fighting back from double-digit deficits multiple times. Their resilience was on full display, but the defense just couldn't stay consistent for 4 quarters. The Dream scored 31 in the first quarter and 32 in the third, while the Fever managed to hold them to just 13 and 15 in the second and fourth. That inconsistency proved costly. Coach Stephanie White didn't mince words about the defensive problems. I didn't think we were disruptive at all. I felt like we let them move the ball wherever they wanted to. We had a lot of breakdowns in our coverages. You know, we weren't really helping one another out. We played like 5 individuals defensively at times instead of collectively as a unit. And good teams take advantage of that. You know, Atlanta was really good at getting downhill. They knocked down some tough shots, but when you dig yourself a hole, it makes it really difficult to use all your energy to come back. The dream strategy to contain Clark worked just enough. They used multiple defenders and full court pressure to disrupt her rhythm. Dream coach Carl Smisko said, "We tried to keep it out of some people's hands, including Clark. We were just hoping to force them into taking a tough shot." What was the plan defensively for the Beavers' last possession of the game? There was we just put a lineup up there that we thought could match up. We were going to, if we needed to, we'd switch if we got hung up on anything. We tried to keep it out of some people's hands. And we were just hoping to take a tough shot and they probably got a shot that they felt good about, but we played really good defense on the shot. We, didn't foul and made it tough. Inside, the Fever had no answer for Brittany Griner and Bonna Jones, who combined for a dominant 40 points and 21 rebounds. Ryan Howard added 20 points, including 4 three-pointers, to seal the deal for Atlanta. You can see the chemistry still forming with this budding Fever team. Defensive rotations broke down at crucial moments. Players looked unsure of help assignments. Split-second decisions that come with team familiarity just weren't there yet. We'll talk about the records in a bit. But this loss stings even more because of something that was completely out of the players' control. The officiating that had everyone from fans to Clark's own boyfriend up in arms. Boston continues to show her frustration that really started a couple. Imagine playing your heart out, breaking records left and right only to have crucial calls missed that completely changed the game's outcome. That's exactly what happened in this heartbreaker against Atlanta. And the frustration was written all over Clark's face. The officiating was so questionable that coach Stephanie White was forced to burn both of her challenges in the first half alone. Let that sink in. Both challenges gone before halftime on what White called point-blank missed calls. One challenge was wasted on a simple out-of-bounds play that should have been an easy call for the officials. How disruptive were those that first half, the choppy waters, the stoppages like Caitlin was talking about, and you guys never really were able to get in the pace like you've been talking about? Yeah, it's tough. It's every coach's frustration when you have to use challenges on out-of-bounds plays. It is what it is. But for teams to win 3 challenges in the first half, I don't know that I've ever seen that either. Clark couldn't hide her frustration as the game wore on. Every drive to the basket seemed to involve contact, yet the whistle stayed silent. Her arms flew up in disbelief after multiple no calls, her frustration building with each missed opportunity. You could see her trying to maintain composure while having conversations with the refs that clearly weren't going anywhere. Got a piece of the ball and Clark says part of her arm as well. Jump ball as well, she's just so impressive because it's felt like a relatively quieter Caitlin. The controversy reached beyond the court when Connor McCaffrey, Clark's boyfriend, took to social media with a tweet that instantly went viral. Good to see the WFS in midseason form. That post racked up thousands of retweets within hours as fans and analysts united in their criticism. Video evidence backed up these complaints. Multiple possessions showed Clark absorbing contact on drives with no whistle. In one particularly obvious sequence, she was bumped while shooting a three-pointer, yet officials swallowed their whistles despite clear contact on the follow-through. Just the first half seemed pretty choppy with, the amount of fouls, the challenges. Just how did that affect you as the point guard and just the team's pace as a whole? Yeah, to me challenges cannot take that long. It ruins the flow of the game. I get it. It's early in the year. The refs want to make the right call. We can't sit there for 2.5 3 minutes and on an obvious hit out of bounds off of them and still not know the call. I get it. There's things to look at. There's the clock. There's worthy is the ball going to be taken out. But that's not the only reason the flow of the game was ruined. But like we're just standing there. We're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. And then obviously like I said, a lot of free throws shot between both teams tonight. That makes the game more choppy when there's a lot of fouls. These missed calls didn't just cost free throws. They disrupted the entire offensive flow for Indiana. The game became choppy and disjointed, preventing the Fever from finding any consistent rhythm. Clark addressed this directly after the game, noting how difficult it was for the team to find their flow with so many questionable calls. As one commentator put it, the officiating was on full display tonight. It was terrible. Another simply described the refs as hilarious and not in a good way. The question now becomes whether the WNBA will address these concerns as Clark continues bringing unprecedented attention to the league. A 1-point loss with this many controversial calls deserves scrutiny. But through all this disappointment came an incredible silver lining. A historic performance that rewrote the record books in ways nobody saw coming. When Coach White is put in a position